on I-75 where a car was cutting in and out through the traffic, and it clipped a car behind me, and I literally saw it turn and flip. And I'm like, Patricia, don't panic. There is a really bad accident happening behind us. I'm going to need to pull over because I got to settle down. It shook me up watching that accident literally happen right behind me. I've never had that happen before. I've seen accidents. I've seen two really bad accidents. One was that one. Another one was a motorcycle running up under a semi truck.
Oh no!
That might have been the worst. Where I've had to literally pull over, and it happened right there on I-75 over in Lexington, right at Newtown Pike. And I had to pull over, and I had to give myself a few minutes. It's like Patricia's like, well, let me drive. I'm like, no, just give me a couple of minutes. And then we got back in the car and drove on. I just still to this day, I got cold chills thinking about it right now.
Yeah, that's freaky.
It's like first thing I think of is I hope everybody's all right. But yeah, the people that are driving here and just cutting in and out of traffic,
I don't get it. Like if you're late, I don't know, maybe leave earlier. Like don't put other people's lives in peril because you're driving like a moron.
Right. And it's probably got a sticker on the back that says, baby on board, please drive safe. You know, that's who it probably is. I mean, I don't get those stickers. I don't get why people think they're going to drive safer just because they have that sticker on board. Because you see the new drivers. Man, they got both hands on the wheel. They're sitting up straight. You can tell they're uncomfortable. And I kind of feel bad for them. Because you know their parents are probably right next to them just criticizing them.
I mean,
crazy.
that's honestly, you just described the way I drive.
Is it really?
90%.
Come on.
90% of the time, Michael, I'm 10-2.
Are you really?
I swear. Yeah.
Not me.
And I am like, I'm comfortable when I drive, but if you were to see me and look in my car as I'm driving, I probably look very similar. Like, I probably don't look comfortable. I sit really close to the steering wheel.
Yeah.
All my buddies make fun of me for it. But, yeah, I'm very much.
You sit really close to the steering wheel?
Yeah, because I drive a stick, so I got to be able to push down the clutch, and my legs aren't that long, so unfortunately I have to sit close to the steering wheel.
Maybe you should buy an automatic next time.
No,
okay?
heck no. Heck
really?
No. I'd fall asleep.
I mean, what cars are out there that you can buy a manual transmission?
I don't know, but I'll find one.
Will you really? You drive a nice car. I like the Hyundai, but I didn't know you could buy a Hyundai that is a manual transmission.
Well, I got that car from CarMax.
Yeah.
So they make it really easy to search automatic or manual transmission. So literally that was the first thing I did when I got that car. Is I searched manual transition or transmission. Which cars could I get? That's the one I settled on.
Yeah, because I would like to have one. I've always, let me think. I've never owned a manual, but I know how to drive it. I've always enjoyed driving a manual. I always wanted a Jeep Wrangler with a manual transmission. And I thought the other car, my dream car is a Porsche 911 with a manual transmission.
Turbo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And that's great. I don't know where I would drive a manual turbo Porsche. But, you know, you could take it down to that Bowling Green track that they have down there at Corvette.
You would definitely have to go out west to that road that has no speed limit.
Ooh.
I would love nothing more.
See, there's a Porsche dealership right there at the Atlanta airport right off I-75, and I'm always looking at that. And I'm like, this is just awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I physically could not drive an automatic. I would just – it's so boring.
Really?
I need something to do while I'm driving.
Yeah, I bought my wife a car that was way too fast. And every time I turned around, she's going through wheels, which is another. The wheels were $2,000. It's like, come on, man.
You tell her to stop doing burnouts in parking lots.
Exactly. And boy, you talk about a lead foot. I mean, she drives so much, and I drive kind of fast. She drives so much faster than me. And of course, it's like, Patricia, we can't keep this car. And she's like, well, I'm tired of buying new wheels. So you're buying. Michael Bennett's tired of buying new wheels. So thank goodness we got rid of that car, and I got her a SUV. She's gone from one extreme to another, a two-door convertible to a gigantic SUV.
She had a convertible?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It was a nice car, but it was a pain in the butt. It was a BMW 650 convertible, turbo, and man, that thing flew.
Sounds fun.
The only mistake is that it was automatic, but it flew.
Yeah, you can't have a car like that.
Now she has this Toyota Sequoia, and that engine sounds so good when you get it revved up. I love it. So, anyway, all right, well, I'm glad to hear you, because with the stickers, it drives me nuts. I drive faster around them.
That's what you're not supposed to do.
But those stickers irritate me. They just get on my nerves.
No, okay? I don't like the ones that are like the family ones that have like the mom and the dad and like the
is
kids.
That the worst one?
Those are the ones that drive me the most insane. I did see one yesterday that made me laugh. It said, I was an honor student. I don't know what happened. I thought that one was pretty good.
You know, all right, so you talk about those. You know, you got the stickers with the people that love Star Wars. Then all the people are the families dressed up in Star Wars outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Then for a time period, you had people that would put like 18 point whatever or 26.2, knowing you would know that.
Congratulations, you ran a marathon.
Exactly. I love the one that the sticker that came out 0.0 underneath it said I don't run. That to me was the biggest slam. I listen, I wanted to get out of the car and give that guy a high five when I saw that. I thought those were fantastic. Those are, and it's not the US 1 0.0 in Key West, okay? It said underneath it I don't run. That made me so
happy. You ever
happy.
been a bumper sticker guy?
No.
Me neither.
No, because my dad always said don't put bumper stickers on your car. It devalues your car because it takes the paint off when you try to take it off. Is that true? It takes the...
I don't know. I've never been a bumper sticker guy, but I assume it probably is. Now, those cars that have their whole back bumper just full of ridiculous stickers, I will never understand that.
Well, have you seen the car that has stickers all over? There are a couple of cars in Louisville that literally have stickers all over their car. And to me, I think, how are you going to resell that car?
There's one that rides around my house, and it's this guy with this crazy voice. He talks like this, but he's got...
I never smoked a day in his life.
He's got like Jesus all over this car. Jesus, Bible verses, and he'll literally just stand out in front of stores and just be like, Jesus is your savior, and scream. Like, you can hear him from blocks and blocks away.
Really?
Dude is so loud.
Yeah.
But every time I see that car, I'm like, oh, there he is. Wonder what he's up to today.
All right, so when he cuts you off, are you yelling, Jesus?
No, so I don't. That's the funny thing is I don't really ever see him driving it.
Oh, you don't?
I'll just see the car in different locations.
Manifest there. Is that what happens?
I've never seen him driving this car.
He's got some manna and some wine there with him.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Uh-huh.
His voice scares me.
Really? You don't like that kind of voice?
No.
I mean, that's the perfect voice to be out there telling you.
It's creepy.
Sounds more like Satan, but I mean, I'm sure he's doing what he thinks he believes is right.
No, I'm not hating on him. I'm not hating on him for that.
But that kind of voice that you just gave me, it sounds like you're possessed. And I'm like,
he sounds possessed.
Oh, he
Absolutely.
does? Oh, poor guy. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and assume he's dabbled in drugs.
Oh, you think it's drugs, not cigarettes? I thought, isn't it that the reason John Mellencamp sings the way he does is because of cigarettes?
I believe that.
Yeah. And if he hadn't smoked cigarettes so much, he wouldn't have the voice he has.
I believe that.
Yeah. Of course, you know he's on tour right now, and he's playing
every
2.5 hours is what he said. He's doing 2.5 hours.
He's doing a 2.5 hour set.
Yes, and he's singing nothing but the hits. He says that's how many hits I have. I think it's awesome. As long as he's not the old grouch that wants to, tell you about a 30-minute political speech or any kind of speech. I want to hear you sing.
I don't have an interest in seeing John Mellencamp.
You don't really?
Not at this age, no.
Yeah,
now, 25 years ago, yeah, sure, I'm in.
He was awesome. Yeah, he was one of my favorites back in the day. Yeah, today, I don't know. But he sounds, I've heard him sing a couple of songs, and he sounds reasonably good.
He's okay, yeah.
Oh, come on.
I mean, he's not his normal self, but he does fine.
The Rolling Stones have announced they're having a new album come out. Why do you shake? Their last one was fantastic.
How old are those guys?
They're in their 80s.
Isn't
that great? Why? People want to hear it. All right, well, I don't get you. I really don't. If they sound good, they're putting out a good product, why do you not want to listen? Their last album was literally fantastic.
Look, every job has its limitations and how long you can do it, right? Eventually, you just got to let it go and retire.
They don't want to retire. They're enjoying what they do, and they're putting out good music. Why do you want them to retire if people are literally still enjoying their music?
If people are still clamoring for it, then I can't hate on it.
Exactly. And I'm right there. I'm like, I'll put out another one. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to play some of their music because of that now, okay?
All right.
The rest of the week, I'm sending you a song that's nothing but Rolling Stones and their new stuff.
All 4 of them.
All 4 of them? Okay, whatever. All right, now you're just being a jerk. I do want to talk about this. I don't know if you saw it yesterday or not. Mark Pope put out a tweet yesterday talking about how much he's missed Big Blue Nation because he hasn't, his last news conference, media conference with Tom Leach. And the last Mark Pope show he didn't take any questions. And now he gets on Twitter and says, I am ready. I've missed you, Big Blue Nation. I'm ready to take your questions, and is asking people to tweet him back for questions. Whatever questions you have, he will answer.
Okay.
Do you like that he is doing this? Does it sound a little on the cheesy side? How do you respond to something like this?
I do like that he's doing this. However, with some of the answers that he's given in the past, I would I would wonder about the legitimacy of some of the answers.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting a lot of questions. How is he going to answer every one of them? Is he just going to pick and choose which ones he wants to answer?
I mean, if he said he was going to answer them all, he's got it.
I don't know. I want you to pull it up. When we come back from break, I want you to play it and see what he says. And see if you think he's being sincere about this or you think he's not. But I found it rather interesting. This is an interesting way to go about asking the fan base that really, how much do you think of the fan base is happy with him? How much do you think the fan base is indifferent? And how much do you think the fan base is really upset with him? Break it down in 3 different. Because I really tend to believe that, I hate to say this, I think 50% of the fan base is not happy with Mark Pope. I think that
I'd say 50's fair.
You would? I would say that 35% of them are happy with him, and then the rest are indifferent.
I would say 20%'s happy.
Oh, you're even lower.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's even worse. All right, then. Well, I'd like to pose the question to our listeners right now. Are you happy? Are you upset? Or are you indifferent right now? Because I'm trying to be indifferent. I'm not happy. I'm not upset. I'm just kind of in the middle right now because I want to see how the rest of the team plays out. And then I got to see, and I'm not going to, I'll have some comments about it, but I want to see how they play before I really come out and say, okay, this just isn't working. But does Mark Pope to be, I mentioned, I posed this question a couple of days ago. Does Mark Pope deserve to be on the hot seat right now? And I say, yeah. He definitely does. And that's not a negative. That's not a positive. That's just where we are. That is the reality of Mark Pope's situation as head coach at the University of Kentucky. Let's go ahead and take our first break. 502-384-1450. You want to call in. 502-414-1450 if you want to text in on the Whiskey Thief text line, or you can tweet me at Just the Cat Radio. There's all kinds of things I want to talk about today, including, this video of Jared Vanderbilt last night playing for the Lakers against the Thunder. Ugly, ugly, ugly. I don't know if you saw it or not. You've got to go look this up.
Doesn't sound like I want to see it.
No, it isn't. And is Malachi Moreno going to stay in the draft? I mean, that's now a really legitimate question. So we'll talk about that too. Stay right there. This is Just the Cats. We got more to come.
Big Blue Nation, it has been a busy 6 weeks, and I've missed you. It's time to talk some hoops, so drop a question below, and I'll hit you back. Go Cats. Big Blue Nation.
What do you think?
I mean, it's just him saying, drop your questions below.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've missed you.
What do you think?
I don't know what to think of this. I honestly don't. Part of me says I admire him for doing this. Part of me thinks, okay, is this a good idea? Part of me thinks, okay, that's really nice of him to do this.
I meant to look how many questions were asked on.
Oh my, yeah, it's 2,300 questions. That should tell you right there.
Hope you don't like your team because he ain't gonna have any time to go.
Well, exactly. I mean, one person says, "What qualifies you after 2 seasons to be the head coach of Kentucky next year? Do you still understand the assignment?" One person said, "What happened before the Louisville game?" I think that's a fair question right there.
For sure.
People want to know. Are we winning number 9 next year? Only question that matters to me.
You see the state of Louisville question?
You got to tell me. No, I do not.
Would you theoretically be interested in a lifetime extension?
Only if Kenny Payne comes back, yes. The fan base is clearly worried. What would you say to them to ease their fears? I think that's a great question.
Here's a great one for me. Can you please wear a body cam during recruitment visits?
Oh, my gosh, no. You cannot do that.
That's what I'd be interested in.
Would it really?
Yeah. But because I need to know, like, what's going wrong? Why can't you lock down any of these guys? Something is happening in those meetings, and I would just be curious to what that is.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, what is it? What is turning some of these recruits off? Why are they saying no? I mean, there are a number of questions I would. I mean, one person says, "What are your thoughts on this?" and gives a question says, "Ranking: Louisville number 1, 6 commits. Tennessee number 2, 7 commits. What's your specific plan to get Kentucky back to consistently competing for Final Fours and national titles?" I think that's a great question.
Here's a good one. Have you ever had any players or recruits mention how toxic BBN is?
I think that's a fair question.
I'd be curious to know the answer to that.
But I don't think it's just UK. I mean, a lot of people pick on UK, but you know what? LSU fans are nutty. Tennessee fans are nutty. Duke fans are nutty. One Florida fan says, "How does it feel to be owned by Todd Golden?" Come on now. Anyway, I looked at this and I thought, holy cow, this can't be good. When I see probably just as many fans out there trolling this video than I do see actual fans asking really good questions. So I don't know what to think of it. So 502-384-1450. We got a phone call. Who's up? I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. We got John.
John, what's up, John?
Hey, Michael and Justin. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. Michael, I didn't get the results I wanted in my election. I got 7th out of 19th, man. I needed.
Oh, I'm so sorry
votes.
to hear that.
Yeah, I needed 50 votes to tie and 51 to get that 5th place. It didn't happen, but I'll still be appointed by the party to be a state delegate. I got the word last night, so that should happen. So I guess it's a win-win, I guess.
Can you delegate a Michael Bennett Day in Evansville, Indiana, and I'll come do a remote over there?
Hey, you come to a remote here, I'll make sure you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Come on! Oh my! Now that worries. If you said dessert, I'm not coming. Okay, so, but go ahead, John.
No, it's not in the budget, Michael. I can't do a dessert. It's not in the budget. I think that might be the least thing getting sometimes, or I don't think getting's the right word to say. That's probably not proper English. The least thing bought at a restaurant sometimes, Michael, is dessert.
Is it really?
I agree with that.
I don't know. Is it? All right. I think that's a great question. Is it dessert or appetizers?
Dessert.
You think it's dessert?
Yep.
I'm almost to the point people don't order appetizers.
I always order
for
appetizers.
The dessert. Like, all right, you know, one of my favorite places to go is this restaurant, which is the worst name in the world, over by Oxmoor Mall by Dick's Sporting Goods. It's called BJ's. Okay. They have a deal on the weekend where you get all three. You get a soup, you get a prime rib. Here I'm doing an advertisement for it. And then you get their Zuki. Have you ever had those cookies that are fixed in the iron with ice cream on top? Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
please.
sorry. Yeah, I love those things. I'm sorry, John. I'm taking away your time.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. I want to hear, how much do you have to pay for that?
$33. It's a great deal, but see, I have to share the Zuki with my wife, which doesn't work out. I was like, but it's far too big. But yeah, it's a good deal. You should go to BJ's.
We have one here locally, and I used to do a couple of food reviews on those cookies when they came out a while back, about 2 years ago or so.
Yeah, and your criteria was
they were
what?
good.
Okay, they were good.
They were good.
Okay, glad to hear.
Yeah.
All right.
So here's the questions I wanted to call in and talk about this morning was, okay, about that whole cube, I'm going to call it the soccer cube from Fox and Indeed. That might have a different name on it. But now you wouldn't sit in there for $50,000.
No.
But here's my question.
Yes.
Would you sit in a cube going on what's going on right now with Kentucky athletics? How much would you sit in a cube for 365 days, starting from when the basketball season ended, how it ended, with all this going on, and all you had to do is just listen to all this Stokes and Mark Pope updates and all these, and how many days would you keep doing this, and how much would you want each day you're sitting in that cube?
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
I would want out after 3 days, John.
See, I'm right. It'd probably be 3 hours for me. So I can't stand listening to all this stuff and the excuses. And no, I'm afraid, John, I wouldn't last very long. First of all, I'm claustrophobic. Second of all, it's just not going to work. I mean, I don't think I could do it.
Let's see. I mean, $1,000 a day would be $365,000,
yes,
right?
Yes. Yeah.
But I would do it for $500 a day.
Would you really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
It depends on what I'm fed. If I'm fed well and I get to watch, whatever I want to watch on TV as well. But, it might be worth $500 a day not to be around my family. So every now and then that's kind of a good thing. Isn't that terrible? I'm just kidding. I love my family. But go ahead, John.
Hey, who's this? We got a couple of young guys. They keep reaching out into the portal or into the overseas market. There's a guy that's like 7'4". At this point, I think they're reaching into biblical text and looking at David versus Goliath and looking at Goliath's family and seeing just how big of a person they can get. But you know what? Hey, Justin, real quick, I get sidetracked for a second. Sorry, because I brought up biblical. That guy with that car, he might sound a little, with the voice and everything, kind of like a Steve-O voice, if you know who Steve-O is from Jackass.
Yeah.
And that's the name of the show, so it's not a curse word. It's just the name of the show. But anyways, that guy may have a weird voice, but you know what? Justin, at least he's trying to spread the word of Christ, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not hating on his what he's trying to do at all. No. It's just more the scary voice for me.
Exactly.
It creeps me out.
Yeah.
All right, John, what else you got before we let you go?
Oh, yeah, no, I think we'll go get some people, guys. We'll be all right. I haven't even watched this so-called, if it's upcoming or a video of Pope. I didn't even care to watch it, not necessarily against Pope, but is his seat hot? The whole Kentucky basketball program is hot right now in the wrong direction because of recent results and past results within the last 5 years. So guess what? We'll bounce back. We'll be okay. He's going to go get some players. Marino will return, probably get that other guy, and then maybe an overseas guy. So we'll be okay. There'll be guys. There'll be guys on the team. So
yes, it's just hopefully they're men, not just guys. But I appreciate the phone call, John. Good to hear from you.
Bye.
See ya. He mentioned, John just mentioned about, it seems like Mark Pope is making a concerted effort overseas right now. Did you see where Will Wade at LSU? He's got one player right now. What? And he made the comment that
Mo Diabate, that's all he's got?
Exactly. And the rest of the team will be set up with nothing but overseas players. What do you think about that?
Going the Illinois route.
Well, I mean, it does feel that way. And I thought, man, that's risky.
It is. I mean, but isn't recruiting even if it's out of the portal and it's American guys, it's risky. Like, college basketball is now risky business.
I think college sports is risky business.
True.
Forget about being just one particular sport. To me, it's easier to recruit for basketball than it is for football.
Yeah, I mean, you got to fill less spots.
Exactly.
And it is interesting that he's going after the big. Is this a direct result of what Pat Kelsey's done? I mean, if you look at that Louisville team, they are stacked with huge dudes.
But that doesn't necessarily equate to a successful season.
No, and it may not. I'm not saying it will.
Yeah, you might have so many egos out there, and Pat Kelsey simply does not know how to mesh all the personalities that are on that one particular team. And as we saw last year, Mark Pope couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. You had so many great talent, or pretty good talent, that we paid way too much for, and it just didn't work out. I do worry about that. That was the one thing. You know, the texter said how much I dislike John Calipari. Well, it's not necessarily that I dislike John Calipari. I just got sick and tired of the rhetoric. I got sick and tired of the fact that, oh, we're going to be great. Settle down, BB, and we're going to be, and then nothing came of it. I mean, 5 years in a row, and we had nothing to brag about, losing in the first round, second round. It's just like, well, what are we doing here? Mm-hmm. I mean, you got this lifetime contract. Your motivation is now gone. That's what I didn't like. I didn't like the situation where John Calipari was putting my favorite basketball team.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't like. It's not John Calipari the person. So, you know, all the texters out there that really give me a hard time, you hate John Calipari. No, it's not that.
Everything you just said can be echoed to Mark Pope as well.
Absolutely, 1,000%. Because I'm not happy right now. I'm not happy where the University of Kentucky basketball team sits right now.
What's your worry level from 1 to 10?
I would say it's 7, close to 8.
What if
10, you're saying 10 being the worst?
Correct.
Okay.
What if Malachi stays in the draft?
It's going to be a 9, probably 10.
Because at that point, you've got no big bodies.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it or not, there are reports coming out that Malachi Moreno is right on the cusp of being drafted in the first round. And at this point, what should he do? Should he? Because, you know, you and I have talked about this several times, where this is a loaded draft this year. And for Malachi to be working out and evidently showing some real talent that we all know he has. Now, I still believe it's somewhat raw talent.
Very much so.
I think he has improved drastically. And we all know the potential he has. Now, they're saying he's going 31st, going to the Knicks. If you're Malachi Moreno, Justin, are you staying in and going to the Knicks? Or are you going to stay at University of Kentucky, hopefully make a little more money, but on a team that doesn't look to be really good?
So, if I'm Malachi, I'm probably going to revisit what Ty Simpson did, the quarterback of Alabama, when he went to Nick Saban and basically asked him, do I go to the NFL draft or do I stay in college and become one of the highest paid players next season? And Nick Saban just looked at him and said, well, take the money out of the equation. Where do you want to be next year?
Exactly, and I think that's the perfect question.
To which Ty Simpson said, I want to be playing professional football.
Yeah.
Ends up going to the draft, getting drafted 13th overall. So I would pose that same question to Malachi. Take the money out of it. Where do you want to be next year?
Money should never be the root of your final decision.
But unfortunately, more times than not nowadays it is.
Because, you know, there's going to be a day and time when it's like, why did I do this? I want to do something that I have a passion for. It's not about the money.
Yeah.
I think money should be not taken completely out of the equation, but it should be a minor part of the equation. That should be for every job you're interviewing for.
Right.
And I think that's some of the best advice I've ever heard in my life from Nick Saban, because I agree with that. Always take the money out. If money had nothing to do with it, would you do radio? If money had nothing to do with it, do you want to be a play-by-play guy?
I mean, obviously, with the radio scenario, yeah, because money barely is a factor as it is now.
Exactly. But but what's going to keep you happy is your passion.
Yeah.
It's not the money.
Sure.
Because you might be paid. Listen, I had a very well-paid job for many years. I got to a point where it wasn't making me happy anymore. It didn't matter. I wanted to be happy. So I walked away from it, and I found something that I fell in love with, which I make no money yet.
I mean, I say it all the time. I will never have a ton of money, but my happiness bank is more full than a lot of people.
And you know what? That's what matters most.
Exactly.
My dad said that. Now, my dad was very successful, so it's kind of, a lot of people are going to say, well, it was easy for him. No, that's not the case. He had a lot of heartache, and he had a lot of points of his life where he's like, what am I doing here? But, when my mom got sick, he said, I'm done. I don't need to make any more money. I'm going to take care of my wife. That was his happy time, to take care of my mom. And he did not regret a thing in his life. And I love that about my dad. I still look up to my dad. I mean, we're getting ready to celebrate Mother's Day Sunday, and I celebrate my mom.
That's Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Are you ready for it?
No. Sure I'm not.
I hope you got a little money to go buy
I was
your mom
wondering why I
something.
got invited to dinner on Sunday last
Oh,
night.
you got to be kidding me. You had no idea Mother's Day is Sunday.
Nope. No clue.
Well, you're welcome. Go get your mom something nice. It doesn't matter if it's a present or just a card. Say something nice
Her
to her.
present is going to be my presents. Tell her that right now.
Buy her a card. A card costs less than
I'll make her a card.
I think that's even better.
Actually did make her a card last year.
Did
she
you?
loved it.
Yeah, and just make a nice sentence in there in your handwritten, make it, not scribble, but make it somewhat readable.
I got great writing, Michael.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I don't.
When I pull out my best penmanship,
really?
Yeah, it's great.
Mine is not. I wish I could write. My mom had beautiful handwriting, but I don't. It's terrible. Yeah, I wish I did. But anyway. All right, we're going to take another break. 502-384-1450. You want to call 502-414-1450. You want to text in on the Whiskey Thief text line. As soon as we get back, we'll get to your text. I appreciate that. Stay right there. More Just the Cats coming up. This song is 20-something years old, and I still think it's relevant. They were a one-hit wonder, I think. Weren't they New Radicals?
I don't know another song there.
Oh, you see, I don't either. And I think, I love it when people yell 1, 2, when they start a song 1, 2, 3. I love that. There's something that gets me really going in the morning when I hear a song like that.
Yeah, I don't recognize any of their other songs.
I don't either. And that was such a big hit back in what, the late 90s, early 2000s, something
98?
like that. Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have guessed earlier.
I think he's making fun of Madonna. He's making fun of some other really famous people out in California, which I thought was really funny. I loved that. But anyway, let's get to the Whiskey Thief text line, 502-414-1450. One person said, would you rather go catfish noodling with peanut butter on the end of your you-know-what or watch soccer? You're tallywhacker. I mean, who refers to it as that anymore? My dad used to say that. That makes me laugh. There is something about that word that just cracks me up. I would rather go noodling, okay, just to let you know. Oh, absolutely. Than sit in a box in New York City watching soccer. Yes, I think that's a great question. Thank you, Jamie.
Oh, I can't believe that was your answer.
Yes, that's my answer. That is how much, all right, the best way I can describe soccer is I loathe it. That is the lowest of low. I have zero interest in it. I mean, my niece's husband played soccer. He coaches it. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Oh, my God.
And he just goes nuts for it.
I can't imagine hating something so much that I'd rather put my business in a catfish.
Yes, absolutely I would. You might enjoy it. You never know. Yeah, that's one thing. One person said, I think a student driver sign is okay and means to give them some grace. Now a bigger red flag sign is an Indiana plate. Ha, 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 just kidding, Scoots. That's pretty good right there. I like that one. Scoots, I text this line enough that my number should be in your phone. I probably text you all more than I do my wife. So you should know who this is.
I could have pulled up the text line, Jamie.
You were asking him for your number, and you didn't have your number. But he does. He texts all the time, and yet you said, I don't have his number. Well, you do have his number. Anyway.
Wish you would have got that challenger this morning, Jamie.
One person said, short legs, Trex arms, and Scoots almost eating the steering wheel.
T-Rex arms.
Oh, sorry, the Trex. Well, he did put a space between it. It says Trex. I love that. Short legs, T-Rex arms, and Scoots almost eating the steering wheel. That's a nice job, Zach. That's your brother.
It is. So he knows.
Said that.
He knows.
I love that. I swear, the text line does not fail every now and then. One person said, thought I would be nice and made a big jug of homemade mint simple syrup and bought the biggest bottle of Woodford I could find for a neighborhood derby party. My goodness. Good for you. My intention was to share with anyone that wanted mint juleps, was not aware that other people did the same thing. Have been having a mint julep nightcap the past week and will probably be doing so for a while. I can't complain too much, though. Golly, that's real. Going out, that's the one thing you don't do with mint juleps or any mixers. I don't think you should ever take a nice bottle of something and mix it with something. I think to me, my thought was always you take a cheap bottle of bourbon or a cheap bottle of vodka, rum, whatever drink you prefer, drink of choice, and you use a mixer with that. You don't use a really good bottle, do you? But good for this guy. I mean, shout out.
Consider Woodford a really good bottle?
I think Woodford's a nice bottle of bourbon, yes.
Don't get me wrong. Woodford is my absolute favorite bourbon on the market.
Okay, yeah.
But I wouldn't consider Woodford a really nice bourbon.
Really? See, I would tend to get a bottle of Jim Beam.
Now, if you're buying a bottle of, like, Pappy's and pouring simple syrup in it, you probably shouldn't do that. I mean, but Woodford's fine as a mixer.
I wouldn't do Woodford. I wouldn't do Buffalo Trace or anything like that. Okay, you would. I mean, credit to this guy for doing it.
Now, like I said earlier this week, I'm much more likely to drink bourbon on the rocks as opposed to mixing it with anything, but I'm okay with mixing Woodford.
If Mr. Illinois sends his address, I think we should go over tonight, you and I, and have a little what is it called? Mint julep?
Yeah, let's
with
do it.
him. I mean, I'd love to have a mint julep nightcap.
Yeah.
I know we said it a couple of days ago. I love mint juleps.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm one of the few that does. And the fact that he went to the effort and made the simple syrup.
That's crazy.
I love it when people do that. It's just not about, it's a nice gesture for people to go out there and buy the ingredients. But when you go out there and actually make it homemade.
A little extra love.
Well done right there. I mean, that's great. One person said, Pope taking questions by chat says everything about how he feels he has done at his job so far. My question to him would be at the end of the season, Coach, would you consider retiring for the betterment of the program you say you love?
Maybe not retiring, but moving on for sure.
Yeah. Here's what I say. He's not going to – I've had a number of people ask me, do you feel like Mark Pope would walk away from this job? No. The answer is really easy for me. That is not in Mark Pope's DNA. He's not a quitter. And you know what? I wouldn't want to hire a coach that's a quitter. And he's going to have to be let go.
That's not being a quitter, though. That's realizing that, hey, things aren't going the way they should be. I love this university. I'm just going to do what's best for everybody.
That's a quitter.
I don't think so.
I don't know how you define quitting more is leaving a job. You're a quitter.
Okay, so let's just say that I'm here doing this radio job every day.
All right.
Now, you and I both know occasionally we have the dead air when we're just talking too long during breaks.
Occasionally? I love it when you react like that.
Once or twice a week.
Yeah.
But what if I did that every break? And what if it wasn't only 20, 30 seconds? What if every single break I'm sitting over there talking to you for 7 minutes and I've got 3 minutes of
You're
dead
going
air
to be
every
fired.
day?
You're not going to quit?
I don't know that I would be fired, to
Really?
be honest with you. But I would, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, this is not the way that the Big X should sound. I'm going to swallow my pride. I'm going to step away, let somebody come in here that can actually do a good job. That's the same thing I look at with Mark Pope.
Okay.
If you know you're not doing as good of a job as you could be, let somebody else try their hand.
It's still quitting. To me, it is.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, by the definition, yeah,
I'm
probably
done.
is quitting.
Exactly. So, I mean, why are we having this argument? I just flip. You are the easiest person to flip, and it just makes me smile every time you're like this. You still don't want to. I see, exactly. One person said, Michael, I feel like Pope has something cooking. Just feels that way.
Like rice-a-roni on his stove or what?
Rice-a-roni? Is that the San Francisco treat, by the way?
I have no idea what that is.
I think it is the San Francisco treat.
I've never had rice-a-roni.
Have you not?
I don't know where that even came from.
It probably came from I think that is the San Francisco treat. Rice-a-roni. I can't think. That between that and Chef Boyardee, I can't think of two worse things to
I love
eat.
Chef Boyardee.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Maybe some ravioli.
No, I tried it as a kid, and then it came back up like an hour later, and I've never eaten it again.
That was probably SpaghettiOs.
Oh, that's what it was. It was SpaghettiOs. Yes. I thought it was fantastic. Oh, we got to take a break. Hour 2 coming up. We'll get back to your text as well. Stay right there. This is Justin.
Welcome to Just the Cats with Michael Bennett.
So they haven't fixed that thing with the announcer coming in, the music playing, and then Just the Cats music coming on, right?
No, I told him not to because you love it.
I love it. I mean, I do. I think it's awesome. And it reminds me of my music on my phone. I think it's great. So, yeah, please don't fix that.
As long as you're happy.
That's all that matters. As long as I am happy, that's all that matters at this station.
That's right.
Is that the most egotistical thing I could ever say?
Probably not.
I mean, do you think I have an ego? Be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you really?
Yeah. We all have egos.
Yeah, but I mean, some people have a bigger one. Now, I think my boys tend to say I have a big personality, which, you know, if you really got to know me, you'll see parts of me that's kind of shy, which people don't believe that I am shy.
No, you definitely have a big ego.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not? Okay.
No.
To me, that sounds like a cut.
I mean, if you're working in radio, you kind of need a big ego, right?
Do you really? I don't think so. I like to be known as humble.
You can be humble and have a big ego.
Can you really?
Those two things can coexist.
All right. One of the days, I want you to play the rest of our song. You know, the intro song?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever heard that song before?
I don't think I've listened to the whole thing. No.
It's a good song. It's by a band called The Record Company. It's good. I like that song. There have been a number of people.
I thought you were referring to our AI song.
AI song? What's that?
Yeah, the one you made on Suno.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the real intro song.
What is it? I don't even know what it is.
I've just told you it's The Record Company.
And the song is?
I don't remember the name of the song. If you read a couple of their, it's probably their most popular song. And I can't think of the name of it.
Would it be How High?
Read another one. I don't think
Off the Ground.
Off the Ground, I think is the name of the song.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. I'm positive. Yeah. I can't believe you haven't played our AI song. I actually like the AI song.
It's good.
Yeah.
Although I've never listened to the whole thing. But
the unfortunate part, you got to nix the whole Matthew thing because it has Matthew in
True.
it. It's like, oh,
we got to remake it.
Yeah. So I'll have to remake it with just you and me. But I thought that was fun. All right. There is one thing I've been wanting to talk about the last couple of days and just haven't done it yet. But have you seen this story about the cruise ship? It's a Dutch cruise ship that's been sailing around the Atlantic. It originated, I'm trying to think, somewhere down in South America and off of Argentina. And it was going to Cape Verde, which is off, it's an island off the coast of West Africa.
Cape Green.
Yes, you are right. Do you want me to pronounce it?
Nailed it.
Cape Verde.
There you go.
Is that how you say
Nailed it, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of put a little L in there, okay? Verde. All right, so, yeah, enough. All right, it's Green Island, which is probably not green at all. But so they've been out there, and evidently they have a virus that's spreading throughout there. There is a bunch of passengers. I think they said like 13, 14, 15 passengers that have it.
Hantavirus.
And I was going to get to that. Yes, you are correct. It's called the hantavirus.
You didn't get there quick enough.
You are really impatient with me today, aren't you? You're testing my patience as well. But, yes, it's called the hantavirus. 3 people have died on this cruise ship. Have you ever heard of hantavirus until today?
I mean, when I read the story a couple days ago. But before
then, I had never heard of it. Do you know what hantavirus is?
Sure don't.
It's transmitted because of rodents from their infected urine and their poop and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but yeah, it's from their droppings or their saliva. It causes serious respiratory disease. So the only thing they can do for these people is put them on a ventilator. There's no drug for it or anything like that. It's kind of a crazy thing. You know how you go on a cruise ship and if somebody catches a cold, it goes rampant throughout the whole cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's happening here. Now, they say you don't catch it. It's not an airborne virus, but they feel like this is such a serious virus that maybe it is happening through the air.
They're not letting them go anywhere.
No, they're not.
They rejected them coming into Spain. Won't let them dock.
No. And there's a poor guy that put out a video on social media, and he's very emotional. It's an American. And I'm like, okay, this has got to be AI. This has got to be something big. And then only to find out it was real. And he's like, we've got nowhere to go. All I want to do is go home. And then when I found out it was real, I really felt bad for the guy. I mean, you're on this dream cruise going from Argentina over to South Africa or the west coast of Africa. And I'm thinking, man, that sounds awesome. And then you have this happen. Does it make you want to go on a cruise now, or does it make you not want to go on a cruise at all?
I mean, I've never had the desire to go on a cruise.
Have you not really?
No, I've always said that's one vacation that I probably just won't take.
Why?
I don't like being confined to one space. I don't know.
But you're not. You're off the ship.
No, I know that. But a majority of your trip, you are on the ship, and you can't do anything about it. And I know there's fun things to do on cruise ships, but I don't know. It's just that's never seemed like my idea of a good time. So I've never wanted to. This does not make me more likely to want to take it.
Yeah, absolutely. After hearing something
when
like
I watch
this.
Poop Cruise, I mean, that's another one that I feel like there's so many turnoffs to cruises.
Poop Cruise was the greatest.
Oh, it was awesome.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Nothing made me happier than watching that one. And it was so disgusting. People walking around in toilet water.
I just feel like the cons are far outweigh the pros for going on a cruise.
Well, I wonder if this is hurting cruises, because you're right. You did have the whole thing on Poop Cruise. You had this. Now you have this horrible virus on another cruise ship. Is it inevitably hurting the cruise ship business?
Maybe.
Because, the largest one out there is what? Carnival?
I'd say so, yeah.
And I think Carnival's been hit quite a bit because people keep posting all these wild cruises out there, which Carnival is very much like. They're inexpensive. People get on there and just want to drink their to oblivion, which I don't understand. I mean, have a few drinks, but why do you want to drink to where you don't remember your cruise?
Carnival has 41% of passenger share. That's crazy.
Think about it, though. They own Royal Caribbean.
No, Royal Caribbean's different.
Okay, but they're owned by Carnival Cruise Line.
They own 27% of.
Okay, so you're going individually. Wow. Yeah, Margaritaville's on there somewhere, which I heard is not a great one. Yeah, it's a booze cruise. I mean, it might as well be Michael Scott on there saying we are sinking. But no, I got to believe this is going to hurt the cruise business.
Maybe so.
I don't know. I just got off of one in February. I was on one for 2 weeks. Had the greatest time. I loved it. I never thought I would do a cruise for over a week.
Now imagine a virus going through that cruise and you all can't dock anywhere.
And you're confined to your room on top of it all.
Yeah.
How are you getting food? Are you going to run out of food? How are you connecting with the world? I mean, at some point, you've watched every single movie that's offered on their television. What do you do at that point? I think, at that point, I think I'm in prison. It's a nice prison, but I'm in prison. Mm-hmm. And you're scared for your life. I don't know what happens at that point. But anyway, I found it fascinating. And I bet you there's going to be a documentary written on this one.
No doubt.
Has to be. Because does that mean there are rats all over the ship?
You would think, right?
How did this happen? How did it get on board in the first place? So to me, I kind of feel like, well, they are on there. Somebody was telling me that now the state of Kentucky is getting armadillos.
Yeah, Indiana too.
And it's like, okay, how are these armadillos migrating to our state?
Just moving north.
Well, how do they get over across the Mississippi River? Are they literally getting on I-40 interstate and walking across the Mississippi River into downtown Memphis? Is like, oh, I hear gunshots, I'm out of here? What are they doing? Are they... Because, that's the other crazy part. Have you ever seen, I'm going really squirrel today. Have you ever seen a deer swim in the Ohio River?
Yeah.
I have too, because there's deer on the islands out there in the middle of the Ohio River.
And we had the one a couple of years ago that jumped off the Belvedere. Remember that?
I remember that. And where did it go? I don't want to know.
Nobody knows.
It would have been sucked up if the fountain was still out there. Can
Nobody knows.
So
armadillos can swim, by the way.
They can?
Yep.
So they're swimming across the Mississippi River and coming to Kentucky and Indiana.
So they have 2 ways to swim. This is actually really fascinating.
Oh, wow. You're doing some homework.
They can gulp air to inflate their intestines for buoyancy, to dog paddle, or this is the more fascinating one.
Yes.
They can hold their breath for up to 6 minutes.
You've got to be kidding me.
And walk along the bottom of streams and ponds.
Really?
That's crazy.
So they're going to the bottom of the Mississippi River and saying, my goodness, look at those catfish. I might do some noodling myself. I'm out of here. Can you imagine? Armadillos can do all. I have learned so much from this show.
Armadillos are so cool.
You just freak. I think they're the creepiest thing in the world.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I was living down in Florida, they were always super entertaining. So I used to run a lot.
Why are they entertaining?
I used to run a lot.
Okay.
And
clearly you haven't in a while.
That's true. Thanks for pointing that out. But it was
0.
always interesting running up on an armadillo.
Yeah.
They would occasionally, you'd see them on the sidewalks or whatever.
Yes.
And they would, when you got close to them,
yeah,
they would run for a couple 100 yards.
Right.
Settle back down. You'd get close to, and they would just do that over and over and over.
Really?
It was awesome.
Okay.
Love those animals.
All right, then. Well, do they attack, though?
No.
They don't?
No.
Interesting. All right. Well, I never knew anything about this, and
that's
now
talking armadillos.
Listen. There's got to be a song about armadillos, and there.
Promise.
I think there is a song about armadillos. I've got to learn that. Let's go back to the Whiskey Thief text line. 48 Handley said, "Let me make sure I get the right one here." Yeah. Loathe, solid verb, Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
When I was talking about soccer,
solid verb.
I think it's a solid verb. And that's the best way to describe soccer. I absolutely loathe soccer. There you go. Are you still looking at armadillo crap?
No.
Okay. Kind of looking kind of weird over there. Let's see here.
I am looking for something, but you'll see.
Okay. Josh texted out, how are you crank yakers on Whiskey Thief text line and don't mention them as a good bourbon? Ha ha ha. Oh boy. Josh, great point right there. Yeah, I should have mentioned my my own sponsor, Whiskey Thief. And, I ran into
I've never had it. You were supposed to bring me a bottle, and I've never
really?
Had it, so.
Okay, I'll bring you a bottle. And you will say, ooh, thank you very much. So I will do that. Thank you very much for that, Josh, and that nice reminder right there. One person said, Pope won't walk away for the very reason Michael says. He will work endlessly to try to fix things because he feels he can, and he's not a quitter. I just think Mark Pope has the mindset that I can do this. I can do it, even though it just everybody else sees around him that it's just not working out. I still think he has the mindset I can fix this. Even if the team doesn't have a good season next year, Justin, I still believe I can still do this. I mean, it's going to have to be a new athletic director coming in here and saying, hey, really appreciate it, but yeah, it's not working.
And that's the mindset he should have.
He's got blinders on.
You should when you're in that spot.
Absolutely, and that's what I was saying earlier. He should. I don't want to hire a head coach, athletic director, or anybody that comes to work for me personally unless they have the mindset and determination that they can do it. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. I mean, I've had businesses that have been very successful. I've had businesses that have failed. It's how I learn from the failure and the successes for the next business.
What was one of the failed ones?
What's that?
What was one of the failed ones?
Well, one of the failed ones was a food delivery service I had. I mean, it did okay. It just, I didn't have the time for it. I ended up selling it to somebody else, made a little money off of it, but I consider that a failure because I just, I felt like I could have done a better job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I've had business that have been very successful, and there's been other ones that haven't succeeded. So, one person said, U of L fans and media are making fun of Mark Pope. Do you really fear U of L? That roster doesn't scare me. Well, I mean, Pat Kelsey and U of L's getting some very talented players. Do they scare me? No. But let's see how they perform first before I really say. I'm not going to say it's going to be a great team. I'm not going to say it's going to be a bad team. I'm just not sure Pat Kelsey has the mindset that can, or the psychology degree that can put all of these ego players that are great and make them a great team. I've said this before. Just because you have some of the most talented players in the world doesn't mean they play as a team.
Mm-hmm.
They're individually unbelievably talented, but that doesn't mean they're going to be a team player.
Oh, no. Sometimes you can get a bunch of mid-tier guys that play well together, and they are a good team.
Absolutely. I kind of feel like St. John's has been like that. Rick Pitino's been good about that. And I'll say this to my death. I think the one coach that could definitely do it is John Calipari. I'll compliment him till the day I die that he is one of the greatest psychologists out there. He could put all the greatest high school players together and make them a team. Until he couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't in the beginning. I mean, John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins and that entire team. You look at the 2012 team. That team had unbelievable individual talent that could play as one. 2015 team, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was hard to believe that he could do it, but he did it. I'm not convinced Pat Kelsey can do it. Are you?
Not particularly. I mean, I'm not. Honestly, I don't feel good about any of our local coaches. I really don't.
Really? Why are you saying that about Pat Kelsey? I got to hold my opinion until we see what this team does.
I mean, he's won one tournament.
Exactly. So, and for the player the other day to say, well, I forget what the kid's name is, but he's coming in there because of where Pat Kelsey can take him. It's like, what are you talking about? He's won one NCAA game at U of L. He's not taking anybody anywhere.
Now, he could. I mean, again, I don't really want to speculate on it any further because I really do just want to see the players on the floor and how it all pans out for every team.
Right. Paler said the Rats probably were in the last food delivery to the cruise ship. That disgusts me right there.
Yeah.
I had a conversation yesterday in Dale Roman's office with a gentleman. He was saying, Michael, that's the reason you should always wipe down canned drinks. When you buy a canned drink, rodents have been all over it. If not, you could get this virus as well. So there are times I've wiped down my canned drink, but I would have to say there are times I haven't. I look at them before I wipe them. When I was a kid, I never looked at them. I just opened them up and started drinking. But now, with this pandemic, I'm wiping down my canned drinks. I don't even buy canned drinks anymore. I go to the soda fountain and get that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you the same way?
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, occasionally I will get a canned drink, and I never, ever wipe it off. But I do always look at it for sure.
One person said, I think the next thing Pope is going to do is a live chat on Prodigy and Netscape since he's stuck in the 90s. Man needs to be on the super retro podcast. Oh, bah. Why is Rice-A-Roni the San Francisco treat? I much prefer the Spin-A-Roni. Oh, jeez.
No comment.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Nice text right there. They used to have armadillo races at the state fair along with the pig races. Sadly, I finished second that year and didn't get a donut.
Wait, what?
They used to have armadillo races at the fair. Did you know that?
You got a donut for winning?
Evidently.
Hell yeah.
He didn't get a donut for it, though, because he finished second. One person said, am I blocked? No, you're not blocked. Marcio Santos, the player Pope went to see last week in Israel, today committed to LSU. Wow. Yep. Thank you, texters. I really appreciate you. I was getting ready to talk about it. Marcio Santos just committed to LSU. Pope flies to Israel and still can't sign the guy. Seriously cannot catch a break.
How much money has just been thrown away this offseason? Just wasted trip after wasted trip after wasted trip.
At this point now, yeah, I'm getting concerned. You see a number of national media members saying Kentucky is in trouble. I just refuse to believe it. I look at it and think, okay, they're just UK haters. Okay, they don't really know what they're talking about. Now I'm getting to a point, Michael Bennett, a part of the UK media, is getting worried. Forget getting worried. I am worried.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting what happens. But there's a lot of time for him to save himself. But, man, you talk to some people out there that are just going to love Mark Pope till the day they die and aren't going to change. And I'm just like, well, you know what? You better figure something out because it's in the midst of happening right now amongst us. And the fact that he flew all the way to Israel and failed, that's just a really bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to believe he's really hurting. That's the part I hate because, the guy does love UK. The guy does want to succeed, and he feels the pain from the fan base. That's the part that I feel really bad about Mark Pope. So, anyway, all right, let's go ahead and take a break. 502-384-1450. You want to call 502-414-1450. I appreciate those texts right there, guys. I appreciate you keeping me up to date on that stuff. So, we're going to take a break. A lot more to go. Just the Cats right here. Up a little on this segment of Just the Cats. I don't know if you saw this or not, but Eli Capello, president of the university, went on a listening tour, which I always think is the dumbest idea. Are you really listening, or are you listening to what you want to hear? I never really believe when people say they're going on a listening tour that they're in fact really listening. Do you? I mean, I just look at it, it's like, well, let me get some facts out there. Let me push my motive out there for people to listen to me. It's not really that I'm going to listen to you.
It does feel a little weird that you got to announce that you're listening.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, have you not been listening the rest of the time? Now you're going to listen? You're getting ready to retire, and now you want to go on a listening tour.
For what?
I don't get. This is the one criticism I'm going to give UK right now, and the criticism I'm giving right now is that Mitch Barnhart's leaving, and President Capilouto is going to be leaving pretty soon. Why not go ahead and leave now, and just let the new president pick the athletic director? That would be best for the university, because the new president wants his people in there. If you're getting ready to leave, nobody wants those people. So nobody, I'm not going to say nobody. I'm sure there's a number of people out there who love to have these jobs. But don't you think it's going to be difficult to hire the people that really should be hired because they don't know who their boss is going to be? That's a big concern.
That, and you would just have to you'd have to concern yourself with, is Capilouto doing what's best for the university?
At this point, no.
Probably not with his one foot out the door.
Exactly. So, what he has learned on his listening tour is that he's looking at hiring, which might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard, a dual athletic director. Do you even like the sound of a dual athletic? And let me describe this a little more.
I was about to say, what even is that?
All right. What he means by this is, one, focusing on the business aspect of college athletics. That includes like the fundraising, and while the other one, and the money side of it, while the other one would be managing the coaches, the hiring, the firing, and all that kind of stuff. To me, it's just like, well, why do that? To me, I would rather have a general manager for each sport. And not for every sport, but your major sports. Mm-hmm. So I think Mark Pope needs a manager, University of Kentucky basketball. I think Will Stein, University of Kentucky football, they need general managers. I'm to the point now where I believe Kenny Brooks needs a manager.
Kenny Brooks doesn't need anything because he's doing it all himself.
But you know what? Wouldn't it be good for him to be out there and only recruiting, and then you have a manager that's out there that is recruiting money for your program? I think women's basketball at Kentucky is becoming more and more relevant, and becoming more and more popular and accepted and successful. And in order to keep that and be ahead of the curve, he needs to hire a general manager. I think all three sports should. I'm almost to the point where maybe UK baseball needs that too. Because Nick Mingione, I don't know if he can balance all that. So I look at it from that aspect. You can't say, let's have a athletic director that's going to be in charge of the business side of it, raising the money. How's he going to divvy up all the money? It's like, well, you're keeping more popular things going to basketball. More money's going to football. You need to have those individuals taking care of each individual sport.
Can't you delegate some of this stuff to your assistant coaches, though?
No. You need to have one person concentrating on that. One thing I've learned in business, and that's why I've been successful at business in the past, is because I have individuals that have strengths and weaknesses, and identifying those people that have those strengths and putting them in the right job. Assistant coaches are assistant coaches. They're not assistant fundraisers. A coach is not a fundraiser. A coach is there mentoring the players, working with the players, trying to get them the next step, and that's playing professionally. They are not fundraisers.
I mean, I'm just trying to throw out other ideas, because how many times are we going to discuss getting a GM and just it's not going to happen?
I know. I'm hoping they find somebody out there that recognizes, hey, guys, we're the University of Kentucky. We're a very successful, historically well-organized university. And what are we doing? We don't have any kind of person in charge of the fundraising for these sports. Are you kidding me? Yes, we need to hire good people that want to do this. I mean, look at Duke University now. Duke University, I don't want to bypass the rest of this conversation yet, but Duke University now has made a deal with Netflix to play 3 games.
Is it Netflix or Amazon?
Amazon. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Amazon. It's like, good for them. Mm-hmm. I am really envious of what Duke has going on. That's a tremendous job right there.
Yeah.
Why isn't Kentucky doing the same thing? Because we're not relevant right now.
Aren't we still in a position, though, or still in a spot with all this stuff that we're trying to figure out the best way to do things? Like the whole Duke deal was, like, that's earth-shattering. I mean, it is. That'll be a thing.
That's groundbreaking for college athletics right there.
So I don't know. I still feel like we're still so new into all this stuff that everyone's still trying to figure out what you can and can't do, what's going to benefit your program, what's going to hurt it.
Well, I can tell you what's hurting it right now.
Not having a GM.
Not having a GM and not having these type of negotiations with Netflix, with Amazon, with HBO. I mean, that's what UK should be doing. All the blue bloods, UK, Kansas, North Carolina, and Duke, the blue bloods. But UK is not even relevant enough to be a part of it.
You forgot Indiana.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're not a blue blood. I ranked them down there with U of L. But I am surprised by this. And then the fact that you're going to do a dual AD, who wants to take that job? I don't want to come there and I'm only in charge of part of the athletic department.
Are you getting half the money, too?
Well, that's a great question. Are you? Mitch Barnhart's making, around $900,000 $1 million a year. And, no, he's making $1.2 million, I believe. And you're telling me now we're going to have 2 people for one job? I think that's a fair question. Are they going to get $500,000 each? Who's going to take this? I don't want to have a job unless I have full control. And I guarantee you everybody that's considering this right now is like, yeah, I'll pass. So we're going to get some boob in there that's not going to do a half-ass job. And guess what? We're going to be further behind the 8 ball again.
I don't know. I think an opportunity like that sounds intriguing. I mean, I'm still going to get $500,000 and I have to do half the work that the last guy did.
Man.
That sounds intriguing to me.
Then you're hiring people that really shouldn't have this job. You're not getting the creme de la creme of people that should be running the University of Kentucky. That's the fact.
I mean, you're definitely not going to get experienced athletic directors, get 2 of them to come in and sign up for that.
No, absolutely not. You're getting somebody maybe from a mid-major. It's just the dumbest idea I have ever heard in my life.
Well, getting somebody from a mid-major can work. Ask Indiana football. You never know.
You don't.
If it's somebody coming in with the right mindset, good ideas, you don't know how it's going to play out.
You don't, but I still look at this. This is the egotistical Michael Bennett coming out for UK. We're UK. We're not a mid-major. I mean, we're not even a Division I team. We are UK.
Thought you said you didn't have an ego.
Okay.
And now egotistical Michael's coming out.
Egotistical UK Michael Bennett, okay? There's a difference there. It's not Michael Bennett. It's egotistical UK Michael Bennett. That's a lot of words right there. It's a lot to spit out. I've just spit all over this thing. I'm sure Mike Rutherford's going to get the Lysol and spray down this microphone.
Every day.
Yeah. That's so gross to me. I would just rather buy my own foam with a microphone and then...
We need some new foam bad.
Yeah. Can I go buy some my own? Because sometimes
Please
I get
do.
a little too close to it and then I taste the Lysol. That's even worse.
Yeah, if you want to go out and buy 4 of these, it'd probably have
No,
to be
I'm not.
quicker.
No, I'm buying my own.
No.
I'm taking this thing off, putting my own on there, and then when I leave, I'm taking my own off and putting the old crappy one on here.
That's so selfish.
My nose is itching like crazy right now.
Can you at least buy me one so I can do the same?
I'd be happy to do that for you. Are they expensive?
No, God, no.
Really?
So
Okay, then I'm going to buy you something. Report out of the Athletic saying that Rajon Rondo is one of 4. You know, we talked about this last week. One of 4 running for the Pelicans job. He says, I know I can do it now. I have the discipline, preparation, and obviously it's about having the right people around you. He's absolutely correct. It's been done before, okay? And I think you forget this. J.J. Redick, Steve Kerr, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Derek Fisher, and you're forgetting another one, Larry Bird. They all never had a head coaching job in their life and took over an NBA team. And so, yes, you're right. Some of them weren't successful, but man, I look at that.
J.J. Redick had LeBron.
Okay, Larry Bird, who did he have?
I don't know.
He did a pretty good job at the Pacers, and I will say, I became a really big fan of the Pacers when Larry Bird was there. And then he walked away and became the general manager. He was a phenomenal coach, and yet he never had a coaching job in his life.
Look, I'm not doubting the legitimacy of Rondo potentially coaching one day, but he's not getting this job.
Why not?
Because I said so.
Well then, we're done.
It's that simple, because I said so.
I hope you were listening to Just the Cats today, May 6th, on this Wednesday hump day, because Justin Kalen said it's not happening.
That's it.
Because I say so.
End of discussion.
You already sound like a parent, just to let you know.
Told you I'd be a good dad.
Because I say so. What a horrible comment. I mean, this is supposed to be a professional sports show, and you said because I say so.
When has it been that?
Never. But I like to pretend in my head, okay? But no, listen, I look at this. Rajon Rondo quoted. I read all the quote, and I just kind of put a little bit of the quote on there. He's saying all the right things.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to say the right thing.
I mean, the dude has... How many years did he play in the NBA? 18 years? 19 years?
That's a long time, yeah.
Very successful. Don't you think he's been taught by some of the best out there?
For sure.
And that he could take all that he has learned?
Again, I think Rondo could be a successful NBA coach, but he's not getting this job.
Man.
He's just not.
And if he does, what are you going to owe me, a third lunch?
I'm going to eat some crow. We can have it together.
No, I'm not eating crow, dude. You're going to get me something, and
maybe we'll get hantavirus.
Yeah. No, why would you say? I just heard what you said. It took me for a minute. Maybe we'll get hantavirus? My goodness, I don't have enough money to supply a ventilator for both of us. That's horrible to say.
What could happen if you eat crow?
One person, no, I think that's rodent. It's not crow. One person said, I hope the miss on Santos was because Pope didn't see what he wanted when he was there and LSU overpaid. The guy did score 0 points and go 0 for 4 from free throw in the game Pope watched.
Good point. Not much to desire there.
No, there isn't if you go see a player. But you know what? I wouldn't just leave it on one game. Because he might have known that Pope was there to specifically watch him, and it made him really nervous.
Sure.
And maybe I still don't want a player that plays
exactly.
nervous.
Is that the type of player you want?
Probably not. 48 handily said, when I was training in the desert of New Mexico, I saw armadillos. I was more impressed with the jackrabbits. They were huge. Slow day today.
Jackrabbits. My dad swears up and down that jackrabbits are a real thing.
Say that again? Your dad what?
He swears that jackrabbits are a real thing. Like the rabbits with antlers.
Oh, that's not called a jackrabbit, is it?
That's what he's always called them.
No, there are real jackrabbits. They're bigger than just regular rabbits, but there are jackrabbits.
They're actually large hares.
Are they really?
Not rabbits.
What's the difference in a hare and a rabbit?
Great question.
I have no idea. Here we go. We're going to take a break and you can find out then. 48 handily said, because I said so's been called.
That's right.
He's right. Because Justin said so, Rajon Rondo will not get his job. You just go ahead and make all your bets. Place your bets out there in Las Vegas. Rajon Rondo will not get the job.
Nobody can tell me I'm wrong.
Well, we're going to tell you you're wrong, and you're going to hear it, and I'm not going to let that be the end of it. So that's what's going to happen right there. We're going to take a break. When we come back, MLB is looking at a whole thing of realigning all of baseball. What do you think about this? And we'll talk about who's going to be playing who in these divisions. So let's stay right there. One more segment of Just Cats coming up on this Wednesday. opinion on this song now?
I can't ever hear it.
Why?
Without thinking of this show.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, I know. I'm sure I've screwed that up, but you've never heard the guy sing, though, right?
No.
You've never heard this song.
No.
I still think it's like, oh my gosh, what happened? Did you mess up? Did the computer mess up? Or are we restarting the show? Did I miss something here? Do we have another hour? And I forgot that I had said you need to play it. So you've done a great job.
Thank you.
But yeah, that was fun. I like that song. It's just the bass part we hear. We don't hear him sing.
No, the chorus that I'll play on the way out.
Okay, good. I like it. I like the record company. They have now it's not been an overly popular band, but they still tour around. I think they're coming to Louisville sometime soon.
I mean, it's a pretty original name, the record company.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Well, it's like the Black Keys.
They mailed that in completely.
Well, I mean,
Black Keys at least has some originality to it. This has.
You don't think the record company has originality? Sometimes the most obvious thing is the most original thing.
What should we name this band? Oh, we can't think of a name.
Oh,
Let's
come
just
on.
name it the record company.
Come on. All right.
That's so boring.
You think The Who is a great name for a band?
It's more original.
Then there's another one called The Guess Who. And then you have another band called The Band. Literally called The Band.
That's the exact same as the record company.
But you know, they're one of the more popular bands, I think, from the 60s and 70s, but their name was The Band. They have all kinds of unbelievable songs.
Hate it.
It's better than Ambrosia. That's all I say.
I like Ambrosia.
Better than a fruit salad. I just can't imagine naming my band a fruit salad.
What would your band name be?
If it's not the Idiots, it would be Nut Job. I think that would be a good band name.
I actually like that.
Do you really?
I do.
Yeah, I think it could be something like that. Blowhole. I mean, because I'm a radio blowhole. I mean, there could be all kinds of stuff. Yeah. I could come up with great names. I'm convinced of that.
I'm voting Nut Job.
Horse poop. I mean, there could be some horse ones I would want. Nay.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, you're getting worse.
Okay.
We got to move on.
All right, then.
You're going downhill.
The Major League Baseball is looking at realigning.
Boo!
Do you not like it?
No.
All right. Why?
It's not going to happen.
Why do you say that? I think there is a strong chance, and there's been a lot of people that are predicting what's going to happen is. Because, now you got because Houston, the Astros used to be a part of the American League. Now they switch them. I'm getting used to Houston being a part of the National League. There's a chance they could move back. It's like, what are you doing? Please don't keep changing these teams back and forth.
I don't see a world where we're realigning unless there's expansion.
Well,
now that's been talked about. They do want to go up to 32 teams like the NFL, they got 30 now. Yeah. So they do want to go up to 32. And in that scenario, I could see them shuffling some things around, but I don't think it's going to be dramatic.
Here's what they're looking at. Let's start with the American League. They're going to have a North, South, East, and West. North is going to be Detroit, Cleveland, Chicago White Sox, and the Twins, Minnesota Twins.
Okay.
I kind of like that. South is going to be in the American League, Texas Rangers, Houston Astros, Kansas City Royals, and the Colorado Rockies. Not really South, but okay. East is going to be, and this is where I really like it, East is going to be Boston Red Sox, Orioles, Yankees, and the Blue Jays. No longer does my Tampa Bay Rays have to have that gauntlet of a schedule every single year. The West is going to be, which is still weird to me, Las Vegas Athletics, the Angels, the Mariners, an expansion team.
See? Told you. It's not going to happen unless there's expansion.
They're going to expand. They want to make more money.
I'm hoping.
Now, let's go talk about the National League, the North. This is where I got nervous. What's going to happen to our Cincinnati Reds? And are we going to lose the series that we dearly love between two teams? Well, according to this, they're saying Cubs, Cardinals, perfect. Right there with the Reds and Milwaukee Brewers. I kind of like that.
So we lose the Pirates. The
That's
tall
great.
three Pirates.
I like that.
I would rather keep the Pirates.
Would you really? And give up who?
Brewers or Cardinals.
Okay. South is going to be Atlanta Braves, Miami Marlins, Tampa Bay Rays. I love this, and an expansion team. Clearly, if you look at this, you think expansion team out west, expansion team in the South.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think those expansion teams will be? We'll talk about that in a minute. East, it's going to be Pittsburgh Pirates, Philadelphia Phillies, New York Mets, and the Nationals. West is going to be the Dodgers, Giants, Padres, Diamondbacks. Fantastic right there. I love that. I love that one. So, expansion teams. Out west, where do you think the expansion team's going to be?
Tell me the teams again that are with that expansion team.
Las Vegas, L.A. Angels, Mariners, expansion team.
So
out west
would be.
That's kind of tough. I'm trying to figure out who it is. Before I would have said Las Vegas. Well, they got the A's now. Could they be going back to Oakland? I don't think so. Could it be another California team? Could it be Portland?
San Francisco?
Well, the Giants. What are you talking about?
That was so dumb.
Portland?
Dumbest thing I've said all morning. Portland would be good. Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I think Portland's probably the answer.
I think South is pretty obvious. You got the Braves, Marlins, Tampa Bay Rays. Where would the expansion team be in the South?
I'm thinking New Orleans.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Because Nashville's really trying to make a push for MLB.
Yeah, that's true. But no, I'd go New Orleans over them.
I would too, because I don't want Nashville to have another freaking thing. I just, you talk about loathing soccer. I loathe Nashville.
What about
Tennessee.
Memphis?
Memphis is not good. No, they're a dying city. Nobody wants to go there. I promise you, the NBA is to the point where they want Memphis Grizzlies to leave Memphis and more than likely go to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're looking at. And they will be pushing it within the next 5 years.
I'd say so.
Teams don't even want to go there and play against them. Now, did you see the video last night of Jared Vanderbilt, the Lakers against the
No,
Thunder?
but I'm not going to watch it.
No, you don't want to watch it. It might be the ugliest thing I've seen in a long time. If you haven't seen it yet, it is worth watching the response from the Thunder bench. So what happened is Jared Vanderbilt is going up for a block and against the Thunder player. I don't remember who the Thunder player was, but his pinky hit the backboard as he was going for the block, and they say completely dislocated his pinky. Now, when I hear it was completely dislocated, you got to believe it's either completely back or completely sideways. And the looks that the players from the Thunder bench were giving him were absolutely priceless. All of them were like, I can't look at this. It was just absolute looks of grotesque.
This stuff makes me so queasy.
Does it really?
It does.
I feel bad for Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there playing. He's out there producing for the Lakers and doing really well.
Maybe you shouldn't be so tall.
Is that what it is?
Wouldn't hit your hand on the backboard.
Yeah, but then you
never
wouldn't be playing
happened to
basketball.
It's never happened to me.
Well, I get to a point. Well, that's true. Yeah, it definitely hasn't happened to you. But no, I feel bad for him. Hopefully, I'm sure they just knocked it back in, but he's probably going to be out, don't you think? Oh, that's just all right. Did you see the brawl?
Brawl
in Mississippi?
What?
Between a
how are we bringing this up with 1 minute left?
Okay, should I save it for tomorrow?
No, because now I have to know.
It's the brawl between the at a U14 baseball game down in Mississippi between a coach who happens to be a deputy sheriff and an umpire. And I mean, it is a fight. They don't show the whole brawl. They only show the deputy knocking the heck out of the umpire, but evidently the umpire made the first swing. So,
his coach is way bigger than the umpire.
Yeah, but
fight somebody your own size, buddy.
But here's the thing: the umpire, they say, made the first swing. So the coach was going after him. It doesn't matter which way it went. It's a bad look for baseball and youth baseball.
Oh, and you got the kids getting involved. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just an ugly scene. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's I don't know. I'm fascinated by those kinds of things. So. Anyway, I think it's sad, especially when you're trying to be out there and being mentors for kids and you're out there in a fight yourself.
Right.
Yeah. I hated that for the kids. I hated that for the families that had to be forced to be involved in something like that. But the deputy sheriff's probably going to lose his job over this, which is, you just change your career right there in a matter of seconds. So, all right, everybody. Appreciate you listening. Fun show today. We'll see you tomorrow. Just the Cats.